Oh boy. Like, it's not enough that we have to try and figure out the new reward structure and new feats and things like that. We have a very annoying team to deal with, and we do have to use a weak squad on our side to get it done. So as always, I'll cover the modifiers and defeats first, then show you the battles. But first, let's look at this brand new UI we have for the Galactic challenges. So it looks like we got tiers down the left side, so let's go ahead head over to tier 10. Then we've got Dr. Afra to beat. Okay. Now in terms of defeats, we have to win with a full squad of rebel fighter units. Reminder, unfortunately, Mon Mothma is not a rebel fighter. And that's what makes this challenge tough if you don't have Saw as the lead. And then you have to win the battle with episode pass active. Well, not gonna happen for me, and neither will the Huyang as well happen for me because mine's only 7 stars, so I can't max out there. And then you have to win after removing 400% turn meter. I mean, many ways to remove turn meter, I guess. It's just a question of what you have in your roster, what you can make it work. I'll show you a few different options, and then a reminder that I believe turn meter removal from stagger does not count towards turn meter removal. Now in terms of the modifier, the Imperial rule, not really impactful today, I guess, in terms of that. Now player modifier, pinpoint, is actually quite a powerful modifier, to be honest. So whenever rebel fighter uses special abilities, inflict pinpoint for 2 turns of target enemy. Enemies with pinpoint will have their max health reduced when they receive damage, and then whenever rebel fighter uses a basic against the enemy with pinpoint, they gain a stack of heal over time. So this is totally geared towards Saw, right? With the whole heal over time mechanics and everything like that. And then whenever we use a special ability, all other rebel fighters with heal over time are called to assist. Whenever rebel fighters defeats an enemy with pinpoint, they take a bonus turn. Yeah, okay, I guess, fine, whatever. Alright, and then Scoundrel modifier. So they get the good Scoundrel modifier, where they get extra health, speed, immune to buff immunity. And then whenever they take damage while buffed, they take less damage. Most annoyingly, they have 50% counter chance, so you definitely will want to bring some sort of unit that can daze the enemies, otherwise you'll get just counter attack to death, like, you know, BT just one-shotting with his basic all your units. So yeah, something to bear in mind as we are heading into the battle. Daze will be the key today for the most part. Unit info, what's this? I guess just a list of all the units that you have? I don't know. Maybe they'll do something with it in the future, but for now, just a list of units. Alright, so, rebel fighters. I guess a couple of ways you could slice this. Again, Mon Mothma, not a rebel fighter, unfortunately, otherwise this probably would be a lot easier. So if you do have Saw, Luthen and all those guys, that will be the second battle. The first one, I just wanted to a little bit see what I can get done with Gene Lead. If you don't have Saw and Luthen, Drogon, as long as you got Captain Rex in there for the mass days, you should be good still. I mean, there's some RNG, like you need debuffs to stick because the days from Captain Rex can be resisted. Then we also have lots of other debuffs here, like Jean's got a stun, Cassian spams a lot of debuffs, Captain Rex got a stun, Jean has turn meter removal, Kara has turn meter removal. So definitely I just remoted everybody for speed and potency, so we can get lots of turns, keep spamming those debuffs. And then with Jean's lead, whenever we apply debuff, we apply expose on the enemy as well. So this will help us a little bit with damage output. Bringing in Kyle in there just to get the whole thing going a little bit, because he'll get turn meter here to begin with. So let's go ahead and see what Afra will do. She started off with her summon ability. Now she's wrecking our cooldown, so just back out. That's not the start you want. So you'll just have to keep restarting until Afra starts off with the basic, all her second abilities basic. There you go, she starts off with the basic, just whack the special there, and now we can go ahead, do our AoE days. Again, Cabby RNG days can be resisted, but we at least have tenacity down. But even with tenacity down, they're still resisting. Kara is here for turn meter removal on her AoE, and Jean as well on her specials got turn meter removal. So that's where your turn meter removal feat will come from, and obviously it's a full rebel fighter squad. Now, we got lots of debuffs here, just trying to get those stuns going. Sure, I don't know. pass turn to Cassian, I guess, so he can spam more of his debuffs out there. There we go. Keep going after Afra. She's got pinned on her. We just keep doing that. There we go. Okay, how we looking? Let's see if we can stun, remove turn meter, something on trip. Perfect. We'll just keep going after Afra, spam more debuffs, I guess. Now this ability copies debuffs, that's why I was able to stun Afra there. And then for each debuff, obviously we apply landing exposes. As you can see, we got things here under control, just keeping them stun locked with Jean, Kara, removing turn meter, making sure constantly daisies on them, either by copying with Cassian or applying with AoE from Captain Rex. As long as you get that opening sequence that you know, she starts off, she doesn't start off with 2 of her specials, just, you know, 1 basic or 2 basics or whatever. Jean can get it done, but obviously it's a lot more RNG dependent than others. There you go, completed the turn meter removal, completed the Rebel Fighter's feat, and I just got some tokens, so it's a bit abstract at the moment, not sure what those rewards will end up like. Alright, so if you do have all the other Rebel Fighters, obviously this is going to be a stronger contender. We got Saw, Drogon, Luthen, still using Rex for the days, and still using Kara for the turn meter removal. The other guys should be able to control everything. Alright, let's see what Afra will do. She summoned her droid, did her basic, perfect. Which one is the one that throws the debuffs out? Is it this one? Let's go ahead, target BT now, just to get pinned on him. And as you can see, because with Saw we're constantly having heal over time on us, we'll be able to get lots of assists here. So just trying to get BT down, maybe get a stun. Oh, slow down guys, I need to get my turn meter removal feat done. Alright, what I want to do here, just a little bit spread the damage, I guess. There we go, finally getting us some turn meter removal there with Kara. Just now at this point with BT out, you just want to kind of stall the battle, spread the damage. Just so hopefully you get, like, you know, maybe 2 free AoEs with Kara out. I also think that special from Saw removes turn meter for each buff dispelled or something like that. So a little bit of extra turn meter removal I think from Saw helps as well. Get a stun over there, perfect. Just trying to a little bit spread the damage so we have more targets to remove turn meter from whenever Kara finally gets a turn. I don't know what this does, to be honest. I'm just putting Luthen on defense in Grand Arena, so I don't know what exactly he does. There we go, more turn meter removal there from Kara. So I think a couple of AoEs, or just to be on the safe side, I guess. Stall until you get 3 AoEs with Kara out, and that should be a turn meter removal feat done, as well as all the Rebel Fighters. So definitely Saw is the easier option, but again, it's lots of RNG in beginning what Afra will do. So if having trouble, just keep restarting until, you know, one of her first 2 abilities are basic, and then, you know, you can get rolling either with Jean, which is much tougher, or obviously here with Saw. We are just too good here, doing too much damage because of all those attacks out of turn. But eventually we did get them down, and these 2 would complete Rebel Fighters and turn meter removal. Now another way to get turn meter removal is with some sort of CLS squad. Now CLS removes turn meter on his basic, on his special, Han removes turn meter on his basic. Then you could, I guess, throw in Old Ben for his mind tricks. I'm still using Kara here for her AoE as well, turn meter removal. So lots of options there. And then you need some form of days, like either Dash or Bad Batch Echo. They're very fast, so just make them the fastest. So they go after Afra's initial turn, and then you get a daze so you don't get counter attack to death. And we need Han. Han shoots first, so what you want to do is stun Afra, and then Afra will either get a turn or not, depends, because we do get some bonus turn meter from Luke's unique. And then we apply daze with Dash or Bad Batch Echo, whatever you've got, and there we go. Now we're just kind of trying to keep these guys stun locked. We got the stun over on Afra. No, BT, even with tenacity down, these guys are still resisting. Let's see if we can push back some turn meter on Kersantan so he doesn't taunt. Nope. Alright, we got a Dispel there, and let's see. So Luke, he's got a stun on his basic if enemies have defense down, so I was able there to stun BT. Let's go after Trip next, see if we can keep him under control. Got a shock on Kara, not ideal. Who do we want to stun? Looks like Afra will take turn next, so get a stun on her. Get a stun on Chrysanthemum as well. Let's see if we can push back center meter over here. Nope, resisted. Sure, smack an AoE. Okay, there we go. Got lots of counterattacks. Nice. Let's go ahead. Get another turn. Remove turn meter with Luke. Remove turn meter with Kara. And at this point again, hopefully you got enough turn meter removal between all these abilities. So just a little bit try to spread the damage. Try to stall the battle out just to get a couple more AoEs from Kara. And hopefully this should get it done. So definitely, some sort of Rebels team with either Dash or Bad Batch Echo can get it done. And we can also do Darth Vader lead. With this one, you might want to bring in Lord Vader for his days as well. Or maybe, Dash or Bad Batch Echo would help. I don't know, but I just think this kind of lineup will work better. I'm going to put Weapon Tech on Darth Revan just so he gets lots of turns, so he can constantly keep applying fear on the enemies so they don't get really a whole bunch of turns. Get devs, everybody. Land fear. Now, because most of them are feared, I don't want them taking a turn and basic one of my guys. So at this point, I'm not gonna go into Merciless, no AoEs, I just did basic on Afra. Let's go ahead, increase her cooldowns, and we'll just keep hitting Afra. Let BT and Trip not take a turn. Again, no AoEs, I think at this point, because BT still didn't take a turn. There we go. Alright, so everybody kind of took a turn now. So we can actually now start using AoEs. We can go into Merciless. There we go. So with Darth Vader lead, we've got 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter that can't be resisted, which is nice. There we go. Finally getting into Merciless, throwing down an AoE, a couple of basic blocks before we get another AoE out. Let's go ahead and hit it. Okay, good. And just basic over there. And then final tech, sure, let's put it on Malgus so he taunts in case, one of those guys do get an attack out or not. Alright, there we go. Their cooldowns were still wrecked, so they couldn't do a whole lot. Who do we want to hit? Just got high turn meter. Let's see if we can push back some turn meter over there. No, looks like didn't land. There we go, another round of fear. That's why you want weapon tech on your Darth Revan. So he's getting a bunch of turns. Again, everybody feared, so let's hit somebody that's not feared. We want these guys to miss a turn. Sure, let's go ahead, cleanse off some debuffs there. Again, whoever's feared, leave them alone. You want them missing a turn. Alright, so BT now got a turn, lost the fear, so he is open for the attack. But let's go ahead, push back some turn meter on IG-88. There we go, time to lock in another daze, and that's why I didn't want to hit BT there, because BT wasn't dazed, because, his counterattacks, the 50% chance from the modifier can kill off one of your guys. And everybody dazed now, we can again go into Merciless. Now luckily Force Crush can't be countered anyway from Darth Vader, but still, his basic could be. So you gotta be careful, you have to manage your fears, you have to manage your daze. And the turn meter removal here will happen anyways. Now this will obviously not give you a Rebel Fighter feed, but at least, some sort of Darth Vader lineup with the Sith, Empire, maybe throwing Gideon in there for his control situation. That could help as well, I guess. But just went with this lineup just to give you also an option with using a Galactic Legend. Okay, let's go. We should be good now. Finish these guys off. And this completed now as well. Just turn meter removal feed. Nothing else. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what's going on. So I'm up to 4,700 up out of 500 after completing this. So what does that get me, I guess, is the question, because I can't complete the other two feeds because I'm not spending money, I guess. Hey, there we go, I got 40 of these. Well, that's something, right? Anyway, in the future Galactic Challenge videos, we'll be able to actually track progress and see where we get to by the time this episode ends. Alright guys, thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, but until then have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.